What's up, y'all? My name is Duana, aka Glamazon1026, and welcome to the Glam Room. Thank you so much for coming. If you are new, thank you for returning if you are an old friend. Today, we are going to be doing my Sephora VIB sale haul. I thought this would be a good video to do now. I mean, I'm a little bit late, but that's because I was waiting for some things to come in the mail. But I do want to show you guys what I got, and I want you guys to tell me what you got and see if these are things that you had on your list. And if it is, then, you know, we could do all of that stuff. So I'm using the products that I bought today on my face, and let's just get right into it so that you guys can see what I got, okay? Before we go, be sure to click the subscription video. We're building a community here, you know, and you don't want to miss out on all the good things that we have planned, okay? So be sure to click that subscription bar down below, put on that notification bell, because I don't want to say you're in for a wild ride, but you're in for a ride, okay? You gotta have some fun on this ride, so just do that, okay? Without further ado, let's get to the intro so that you guys can see what I got. So, as you guys see, I have two big old boxes from Sephora. Well, not big old. They're like medium-sized boxes from Sephora with things that I bought from this VIP sale that I have been like saving stuff in my cart and on my little loves. This is like the VIP sale's coming up. Let me buy it then. Anyway, let's start with hair stuff. So I had bought the Olaplex system. I had bought two of them prior to the VIB sale, which were numbers 3 and 6. But for the VIB sale, I got numbers 4, which is the shampoo, number 5, which is the conditioner, and then number 8, which is the moisture mask. So I got the 3 of these to try in my hair and just to add to my little Olaplex collection. And if you guys haven't seen that video yet, it's coming up, so don't worry. We'll be talking about it and how it works with 4C hair and all of that good stuff, okay? So let's get to the good stuff, the things that you guys come here for, the makeup, okay? I ordered the LYS or LYS Beauty, the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. So this is in the shade DG6, and I think I did a really good job of shade matching to myself on the internet because they don't sell this in store. I went to check to see if they did so I could shade match in person and then buy it, but they didn't. So it says satisfy your skincare and foundation fix at the same time with this clean, light to medium coverage foundation that's infused with nourishing skincare like ashwagandha, hyaluronic acid, and turmeric to enhance the look of your complexion. This undetectable serum foundation instantly diffuses the look of dark spots, pores, fine lines, and imperfections without masking your skin's natural beauty. A lot of times, all these new foundations, they're just so lightweight. This has a little heft to it. I like that. Makes me feel like I'm picking something up, you know? But I like it. It looks, I think it looks good on me right now. Then we have the Danessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover. This is a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. This is in the shade N06. I already have N08 and I use that as foundation sometimes. The N08 is a little bit red for me, but when I'm on camera and when I take a picture, it looks flawless. So let's just swatch this for you really quickly. This is probably gonna be a long video, I'm sorry. So this is for me to use as a concealer when I'm using the N08. What I love about the Danessa Myricks products is that you can mix and match and you don't need a lot. Like one pump is probably too much for your whole face with these. So even though it does come in this little package, you really only need to use a little bit. Very full coverage, very creamy. You just don't use a lot. If you buy this, don't use a lot at all. Like, you will be sad because you're like, what is all this product on my face? I look like a clown. So I bought 2 Color Fix Mattes from Danessa Myricks. One is in the shade Chocolate and the other is in the shade Plum Wine. I used the shade Chocolate to contour today. With these, you can use them on the eyes, lips, and cheeks. You can mix and match shades. You can use a brush or a finger. It is very pigmented, so you literally only need 1 drop for a lot of coverage. Like the first time I used this, just like the Vision Cream cover, because I have other ones that I bought, the first time I used these, I used too much. And so I had to like buff and buff and buff and buff and buff out of my skin all of that pigment because they're so pigmented. You do not need to use a lot. Just a dollop. Like, not even a dollop, just a boom. That's it. And that's all you need. Okay. So the last thing I got from Danessa Myricks is the Duet Highlighting Facial Balm. And this is in the shade Morning Dew. They have a couple other colors, but the other color that I wanted, I can't remember the name of it, was sold out. So this is just gonna give you a nice glassy look on your skin. I really want to get into a lot more creamy based makeup looks, and I think that these products from Danessa Myricks will be perfect for that. So I also got a refill of the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Concealer because I'm running out, because I use that all the time. You guys know that. I love it. It's really up there. It has taken my #1 from NARS to the Pat McGrath. Love it. Love it. And then I also got this Laneige Lip Treatment Balm. It hydrates, smooths, and boosts visible fullness. What I love about this one is that the little spatula, it pulls out from the top, because with the sleeping mask, the spatula gets lost. I also got some samples because I don't order from Sephora without at least picking up some samples. So I got the Korres Foaming Cleanser. This is made with Greek yogurt and probiotics. And you know, I like to have these little cleansers to put in my suitcase for when I travel. So if they have a cleanser on the Sephora sample sale, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna use it. Okay. And then I also got this Rare Beauty Blush and Glow sample. So it has 2 blushes here and then 2 glows. I have the blush Joy, and then I have the highlighter Flaunt, and you guys will see me use the highlighter at least today. But I did want to try some other blushes from her because I've only tried the oranges. So I just picked it up because it was a sample. So, you know, we like samples. So surprising to me, I didn't think that I would like this brand as much as I did, and so I used the VIB sale to get a few things so that I could try out for you guys. And you will have a video on all of them, just not now, but you'll see it later. Anyway, so I got the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Fond de Teint Imperceptible, which is their foundation, and this is in the shade 410. Now I did get color matched at Sephora for this, and it matches me pretty well. I didn't think that I would be I don't know. It's a very good match for my skin type, which is really funny because this also over here is a pretty good match for my skin as well. I also got the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer. And this is in the shade 380W. So these foundations and concealers kind of go like Fenty's, where if you wear a 410 in the foundation, then 410 would be a concealer shade. It's not gonna be the exact same shade, it's gonna be a little bit lighter, but you know, I wanna go a little bit lighter. So I got 380W for this concealer, and it actually matches perfectly, at least shade wise, it matches perfectly to the Pat McGrath concealer. Next on the list, we have the Positive Light Luminizer, and this is the liquid highlighter. And what I like about this liquid highlighter is that it doesn't dry down and pick up your base makeup. A lot of liquid highlighters do that, but this one doesn't. Like, you can put it on and leave, like, and do something else, like put on your eyelashes, and it's still very, like, blendable when you're finished. So this is Flaunt. I used it today, and it's just like a really pretty, it's a little bit deeper than Champagne Gold, but not as light as Copper Gold, and it looks really nice on my skin. I think so. Next, we're going to move on to blush. I got the cream blush, the Stay Vulnerable Melting Blush in the shade Nearly Berry. Y'all see it? It's hard to see because, you know, it's white. All right, and then this is the packaging. And this, I used this once. I really like it. It's just such a deep, pretty color. Looks so good. Wears so well on the skin. It's just provides you with a really nice flush of color. When you're rubbing it in, it changes from cream to powder. I think it just feels like it, and it's amazing. I love it. I like it a lot. Next, we have the Discovery Palette true to myself. And this is their eyeshadow palette. And I used some of these on my eyes today. Not everything on my eye is this, but some of them are. But this is just so pretty to me. It just looks really, really cute. It looks like, you know, the phases of the moon. I like that. I like this big old glitter in the middle. That's on my eyes right here. And then I also used these two brown shades on my eyes. And you'll see that as I'm doing it, you know, in the little voiceover. I'm gonna leave my review of this for the video, so you guys will see that when I do my full face of Rare Beauty video. And then last but not least, we have this mini. This is the Best of Rare Beauty Mini Lip Souffle Matte Lip Cream Duo. These are in the shades Fearless and Inspire. And Inspire is what I have on my lips today, with a little bit of Fearless around the corners, and then I just deepened it up with MAC's Current Lip Pencil. So if you guys like this video, be sure to let me know below. Tell me if I picked up anything that you were looking at, and if you want to see me do a video on something, or if you want to know my thoughts on something, because I think I've used almost all of these products already. So if you guys want to see that, perfect, bomb, dope, we'll do it, you know. I hope you guys enjoy. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you can be a part of the Glam Fam and know exactly when I upload. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Glamazon1026, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Tell me what you got in the comments. Yeah, tell me if we got stuff that's similar.